Hello, I'm Ernest. I'm running for Councilman at Large, City of Mandeville. In anticipation of criticism, I wanted to get something else out that I don't think is grounds for any criticism, but I think people are going to try to use it against me, and that's Port Marigny. Port Marigny is a very divisive issue for the city over the past 4 or 5 years. When it first started, I was probably just getting on the council then, and I went to every charrette, every council meeting, and all planning and zoning meetings in which that was discussed. While my time on the council, I had questions and citizens had questions, and the questions weren't being answered. I started going to planning and zoning meetings and asking questions there as well. And I offended one person in particular, Michael Blosh. I think you know him. He's running for mayor now. He was on planning and zoning at the time, and he was Mayor Villery's candidate for mayor. I think anybody can ask questions, and they should ask questions, but no one got any answers. I got off the council, and a new council came on board, and something unexpected happened. Lorraine Seeker was elected as councilman at large, and she was an opponent of Port Marigny as well as it was presented. And she did something unprecedented. She started reading the rules. No one expected that. Nobody reads the rules. She did. And she looked at what planning and zoning gave to her and looked at the rules and saw that a lot of issues weren't addressed. There was nothing in the report about that. And she started asking more questions and making these findings, over a dozen of them as I recall. Well, that got everybody rattled. And there was criticism that the council had no expertise in this. They weren't the experts. The planning and zoning was the experts. Well, in response to that, a bunch of citizens, and I was one of them, pooled money together and hired our own expert, a PhD in planning out of Florida, built projects all over Florida and the Southeast. And he read the whole application, he read the rules, and he gave a devastating performance at a council meeting. Unbelievable. And it was enough to push it over the top, to kill the project. And Clay Madden at the time, to his credit, he was trying to save something out of it by trying to persuade Port Marigny to back off on some of their demands and what they wanted. They wouldn't back off an inch. It made it easy. The council voted down 4-1, and litigation resulted. 2 years later, the case is in a posture to be settled. And Lorraine Seeker again, and this time Mike Pulaski, the other councilman, they put together a settlement package which included a revised ordinance, a better ordinance than the original ordinance. And it was enough to settle the case, and that's what we have today. So what's the status of the case today? Well, the owners don't have the money to build it themselves. They've got to find someone to build it for them, and so they're waiting for that to come. But remember this, we have an improved ordinance, and we don't know how good it's going to be or how bad it's going to be, but it is an improvement. There's no doubt about that. And that improved ordinance would never have gotten here but for all the pushback that I, Clay Madden, Lorraine Seeker, and Mike Pulaski did over the previous 2 or 3 years. That set the stage for this improved ordinance. And that's a good thing. That's how democracy works. It's not neat all the time, but that's what it's there for. If you like what I have to say and what I have to say about this issue, please consider voting for me, Ernest, Councilman at Large. Thank you.